Well, good morning. Welcome to Channel 13 here at 6 o'clock on your Wednesday. Sorry, I had to think about that one. It feels like summer, summer is here and get around hanging out.
You never know what day it is.
Beautiful weather. Yeah. You never know what day it is. But look at this beautiful shot here in downtown over the canal and the city in the background.
It is really beautiful. The sun has come up and things are looking nice and dry out there, but we know some changes are on the way starting today. The radar out west is lighting up a bit as we get ready for more rounds of rain, at least in central Indiana, though Lindsay might be telling us about the possibility of some more severe or more active storms. We're glad you're up with us here on 13 Sunrise on your Wednesday morning, and it is a beautiful day to start, at least.
And we look like we'll keep that at least for the day, and then we welcome in some wacky weather.
It's like this is the calm before the storm because everything's going to be so great through the afternoon, sunshine, seasonal temperatures really. But then a cold front arrives tonight, and that's going to kick off a series of showers and thunderstorms, I think really through the first part of the weekend. And then heat and humidity really going to build in a big way as we get into early next week. So we're enjoying this as we're even starting to see some temperatures falling into the upper 40s right now. Check out Galveston up in Howard County. Kokomo's at 50. Sharpsville is at 50. A little bit of cooler start to our morning with that wind coming in out of the northeast across the northern half of the state. And we're about at the coolest part of the day. We typically see our morning low between 6 and 7 a.m. That's exactly where we are as we have fallen to 55 officially at the Indianapolis International Airport. And we are in the upper 40s up in Carmel right now, 51 in Fishers. Heading down to the south, Edinburgh at 59, Shelbyville now at 52, and Martinsville checking in at 56. A little bit of a cooler start to our day as we are awaiting the sun coming up. Temperatures will quickly rise back to the mid 60s. And then eventually, as a high pressure dome scoots off to our east, we'll see our wind direction changing up out of the south eventually. And I do believe that's why today will be a little warmer than yesterday. 77 at 1 p.m. was our high temperature yesterday. So today, getting back into the low 80s. Got some sunshine in store if you're headed to that day game for the Indians. Officially that first pitch at 1:35. We'll talk about some increasing rain and storm chances set to move in mainly after sunset tonight, and then a more active pattern for the rest of the week. It is 6:02 now. We'll get you a check of your roads out there this morning from the traffic center. We'll start up on the city's far northwest side. This is actually looking at the I-65 corridor. This is near State Road 334 near that Whitestown exit. Had a little bit of some brake light action just up the way here. This is coming into the city along I-65, although everything now looks to be moving back normal operation here. So that's some good news as we'll continue to monitor that stretch there of 65, again near that Whitestown Parkway on and off ramp system. Now we'll bring you back to downtown where we're awaiting perhaps another busy morning here at the North Split where all traffic is being diverted off at exit 83A to your through traffic on I-70 West. Otherwise looking pretty good, but we'll keep you posted with any changes. Okay?
Well, this morning we're learning about a sudden stop for the trial of a mother charged with murder by malnutrition of her little daughter.
A mistrial was declared, and now Tony McClure will have to be tried all over again. Anna Chalker has been walking us through this case and is now telling us what led to this mistrial. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. The judge says that a juror learned information about this case from a witness, and then they shared it with other jurors. And this comes after that lunch break yesterday when that juror was dismissed, and that left the jury with no alternates. But McClure's attorney argues that it was more than one juror that failed to follow the instructions. The state said they couldn't legally challenge that position, so the judge granted that mistrial. And there are many emotions coming from this, including Kinsley's family and her grandfather, who just want justice for her.
And as long as we can get back in court and do it again, and that's what we have to deal with right now. It's just so frustrating. It's a roller coaster every time something like this comes up, and especially for this trial here.
The family now having to wait until August 24th, where this will all have to start at the beginning again. And prosecutor Ryan Mears echoing that statement about the mistrial from the family, just talking about that this is a major setback for the family, for the teams that are both having to go back to the drawing board on this. So we'll share that statement coming up and what this could look like now moving forward.
Okay, well, we have a little bit more clarity, though, not justice at this point.
For sure.
Thank you, Anna.
Well, today we could add another Central Indiana school district to the growing list of those considering a referendum. The Carmel Clay School Board will consider an operating referendum that would repeal and replace the district's two existing referendums. That meeting gets underway at 6. We will be there with our crews and let you know what happens.
This morning, a Southside neighborhood is reaching a breaking point after a string of shootings.
Residents there say bullets have hit their homes, crime scene tape keeps coming up, and they're done waiting for things to change. Marina Silva is live with us and how they're taking their message directly to the streets. Good morning.
Well, good morning, ladies. 3 shootings since May, and that has some neighbors over on Indy's south side pretty concerned for where they live. Now, no one was injured in the latest shooting, but the shooting left behind shell casings, damaged homes, and shaken residents. Now, after the most recent shooting on Monday night, dozens of neighbors gathered to walk together and meet with IMPD Southwest District officers. IMPD told neighbors 2 detective teams are actively investigating, but they could not release a motive. We spoke with one neighbor who told us it takes bravery to stand up to what's going on.
They were trying to scare us, and there's a lot of people here, I think, that showed a lot of strength to show up, and that's what it takes. You know, if we're scared and we stay home, they win.
Now, some of the neighbors asked police if this has anything to do with gang violence or drugs. IMPD couldn't answer that, but they did say they are continuing to investigate. Now, IMPD did tell everybody that they have arrested 3 people in connection with this shooting, and they are still continuing to investigate. But coming up at 6:30, we got some security video from neighbors, and it's actually pretty frightening to hear all of those gunshots. So we'll share that with you. Plus, a scary moment for one of those neighbors when he was inside his house.
Yeah, easy to hear why these neighbors say that enough is enough and taking matters into their own hands. Thank you, Marina.
Well, this morning, a 2-year-old girl is fighting for her life after being shot while sleeping in her crib.
This is around 12:30 Tuesday morning in Elkhart. So inside of this home here, you can see the bullet holes in the walls and the ceiling next to that crib. Police say that she was taken to the hospital and eventually airlifted to Riley Hospital in Indianapolis.
Investigators are still trying to piece together exactly what happened, but so far, no arrests in this case have been made.
The suspected driver in a deadly hit-and-run crash made his first appearance in court.
24-year-old Jalen Donahue is charged with leaving the scene of a crash resulting in death and reckless homicide. Police believe he crossed a double yellow line to pass another car on German Church Road just north of 42nd Street on May 10th. He allegedly hit 58-year-old Annie Torres from behind. Her sister found her body about 36 hours later in a tree line.
The judge set Donahue's bail at $20,000 cash with home detention, with his trial now scheduled for September. This morning, firefighters say an apartment fire yesterday afternoon was intentional, and they're ruling it arson. Investigators say 3 kids set the fire in an unlocked storage closet at the Villages at Mill Crossing. That's near 38th and Sherman. According to IFD, the kids used fireworks to start the fire, and it damaged 12 of those apartments. We're told that several residents had to find somewhere else to go, but no one was hurt here.